a common day in the city.
Isaac? Oh no! Isaac? Got some chocolate? Yeah, we're just going to sort Isaac out some chocolate. Isaac? Yeah? Is that big enough?
Yeah!
Yeah, good. Right. Hello. Am I back in focus? Come on, right. Hello. I am at the moment absolutely in love with this new toffee flavour. Really nice. Really nice. I'm starting off with something about the actual product today, which makes a change because normally I'm just moaning about how I'm feeling. So something I've learnt yesterday and today is when you make your product up and you put your flavour boost in it, after you put your flavour boost in it, I leave mine now sat in the fridge for an hour, if you can. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because I found out the other day that I made up my toffee the other day, had a sip out of it, I put it down on the side. I then went off to do something, about 10 minutes later I thought, oh, I need to finish that, but I haven't got the time. So I popped it in the fridge to keep it cold. Now, I then went back to it, about an hour later, and the toffee flavour was so much stronger. It was like all of a sudden you could really taste the toffee flavour. Now you can taste it anyway, but to be truthful, it's only like a hint of toffee. Whereas after I left it sat in the fridge for an hour. Now bearing in mind that I'd already tasted it before I put it in the fridge, and then tried it again after I took it out of the fridge, the flavouring was so much stronger, and it was, it's so much better. Now I've actually tried this idea so far with the pineapple one and the chocolate one. The chocolate one and the toffee one both seem to have this effect, whereas the pineapple one is staying in its pineapple-y kind of flavour. Me personally, I do find the pineapple a bit more hard to consume. It's not a bad flavour, but for me personally it tastes a bit too chemical-like. So therefore, to be honest, I very rarely go through my pineapple. I'm trying to use it to try and get rid of it now, but I don't think I'll order the pineapple again. However, the toffee and the chocolate are both firm favourites for me. Right, so anyway, on to other things. Right, so yes, so first of all, I would like to apologise for yesterday's video. So yesterday was, well, a bit of a train wreck, to be honest. Now, what happened was, the day before I was a bit annoyed, and as you've seen that in the other video, yesterday's video, I had the right thought process. I was going to shoot a little bit of B-roll, which is all the fill-in of me, like on the spanner and things like that. And I like doing all of that. But then, when you're trying to focus on trying to get a job done, you haven't got the time to be focusing on and getting the B-roll done, if that makes sense. So you want to focus on getting whatever you're trying to get done in your day done, but you can't then waste time recording B-roll. Now, if I give you an example of this, so you'll see a bit of footage where I look inside the Huel flask, and then after I look inside the Huel flask, I make the flask up, and then I put the GoPro in it, and then I've got to mess around, making sure that the GoPro's lined up in the top properly, and then you spin the GoPro around on top to make it like you're screwing the cap on. By the time you're done all that messing around, you're talking half an hour for 5 or 10 seconds of footage. It's really not worth it. The one with the spanner, you run off and you're trying to find a clamp that's going to fit onto the onto the torque wrench. And then by the time you found a clamp that'll fit onto it, that'll hold the GoPro at a right angle and all of this, then you're wasting even more time. Now these are all things that I need to self-improve myself to figure out how I can cut these corners. But right now I'm just kind of like focusing on the day. Now yesterday that's what happened. So yesterday I was like, I need to get the car finished, let's get it done. And as you see at the end of that video, I'm actually lying underneath the car in the middle of the night, trying to finish the last bits of welding off on the car. It's not the car itself, it was on the exhaust. One of the brackets going to a rubber bush was actually splitting and coming off. So I thought before I lose the exhaust completely, I'll just nip it up. Actually came up on the MOT as an exhaust with a slight hole in it, but I just managed to fill that in. Anyway, so that all being said, so why was yesterday's video so short? Well, because I was focusing on getting Gina's car done, I ended up running out of time. Now, I found myself being really tired. Me and Gina just ended up slobbing for a bit, and then we sat on the bed, and then before I know it, I ended up waking up later on. I then shuffled myself into bed, and then for whatever known reason, I honestly do not know why, it got to about 4:30, and my brain suddenly woke me up like a bolt of lightning. It's a similar feeling to when you when you fall and you think you're falling out of bed in the middle of the night. It was like that. Oh, I've woken up, and I was like, oh, it's 4:30. I haven't put my vlog on yet, and I've got like 2.5 hours to get it done here. So I was like, oh, you know, let's go and kind of get it done quickly. So 4:30, I managed to get up, came in the computer room, did a bit of editing with the footage I already had. But to be honest, I didn't want to do a piece to camera like how I'm recording now. So I just did that little bit, and I thought, you know what, that'll do. That's something more than nothing, and I want to make sure I'm keeping to the daily vlog. Now, the daily vlog, whether it's to do with Huel updates or whether it's me now to try and better myself, which is what I'm trying to use the Huel and this daily update as part of the same thing, to more improve myself and my camera things. Today I'm trying to do something a bit different. So you see behind me, I've got some kind of like funky mood lighting thing kind of going on. I've got a big light here that's trying to light up my face. I am in a very dark room, to be fair. It's been a bit of a lazy day, to be fair. Father-in-law came round, we saw him today. It was nice to see him again. I don't get over to see him as much as I'd like to. The car is completely done now, it's ready to go. I've fixed all the bits and pieces on it that needed doing. So that's due its MOT next week, so hopefully that'll be alright. And then, like I said before, tomorrow is my next weigh-in. So this will be the end of my second week. And I'm going to see what I'm actually coming back on the scales. Now, I've avoided standing on the scales all week to kind of keep it a bit more of a surprise for myself as well. So I honestly don't know yet if it's working or not on the second week. Like I said, the first week, I think if I remember rightly, I think it was 1.7 kilos, but I'd have to check my own vlogs to find out. But this week, Gina seems to think that I'm losing weight. She came to give me a hug earlier on, and as she put her arms around me, she went, oh, I can get my arms around you a bit further now. So maybe I am losing a bit more weight. The 100 push-ups a day is, to be honest, not really happening how I wanted it to. Now, I've got this app on my phone, like I mentioned it to you the other day, where you've got the app on your phone, and then the idea is you put the phone on the flat on the floor, and then you press your nose into the screen, and the screen records each time you get your nose down. I think, yes, you can cheat and just keep pressing your finger on it if you really wanted to, but that's not really the point. I mean, what's the point in doing this Huel diet and then cheating on a mobile phone app? So, yeah. Anyway, so how many press-ups am I actually doing on a day? Nowhere near 100. I'm about 35, 40 at the moment, which compared to when, if you look at the back of that very first night shift, when I started doing the press-ups, you'll see that I completely failed doing press-ups. But I'm happy with doing between 30 and 40 a day at the moment. Tomorrow is another day where I've got nothing planned, so I'm hoping to go out and get a run done tomorrow. Get a bit more exercise done. If it's dry, I honestly don't know yet, but if it's dry, I might take the bike out, but I'm literally only going to take it up and down the street because I'm still waiting for my hard hat. I ordered that from Amazon like the first week of January, I think it was, or was no, it's just like the 17th, sorry. So I ordered that for like Amazon on like this, I don't know, the 17th of January, and it's still not arrived yet. I really need to chase that up. But I've got everything else ready. I've got my gloves, got me, got all the rest of my clothing and everything else. I've got all my lights for the bike and everything else. It's all ready to go. Still waiting on the shoes for the bike, but that's not a problem because I've got normal pedals at the moment. But as soon as my toe clips come, I'm going to get rid of them pedals and then put my nice new shoes on as well. So next week I'm going to try and chase up these other bits and pieces, and then I can actually get on the bike how I'm intending to get on the bike. If you've been keeping up with me up to date so far on my other vlogs, then you'll know that I'm not really looking forward to try and getting on my road bike. Because I've never done clip-in shoes before, so I'm a bit nervous about clipping in and getting to a point where I need to stop, or if somebody cuts me up and then trying to unclip my feet quickly, I can see myself ending up on the floor. I don't want to end up on the floor because I've got this nice shiny bike and I don't want to scratch it. So yeah, so apart from that, it's now, well, this is actually quite early for me. So normally I'm actually going to edit these things, and it's normally about 11 o'clock at night. And at this moment in time, it's 9:45. So I'm going to edit this quickly, and I shall catch you all tomorrow. Thanks very much for coming back again. If you've seen my other videos, then brilliant, thanks very much. If not, go and check them out now. Make sure you click that subscribe button, and please feel free to drop me a comment as well. It's all really appreciated. Thank you very much as well to the other people who've shown me some positive feedback recently, especially when I was feeling a bit, down in the dumps and I was getting a bit fed up with it all. It's kind of like a bit more motivation. It just helps me getting through the day. So thanks anyway. Cheers for coming back, and I shall see you all tomorrow for the weigh-in. Cheers. Take care. Jeez, I'm like blinded. There you go. lamp, post-it notes, lamp, post-it notes. Who would have thought that post-it notes make a good diffuser? Ow, it's hot. Right.